Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, this is going to be basically it's a get ready with me testing out some new products in my collection, but I'm also going to be answering questions that you guys asked me on Instagram. So I think this will be super fun. So basically with these videos, what I mean by like new products, it's new products in my collection, so it's not like necessarily brand new products on the market. There is quite a few that are pretty new, but these are just items that are new in my collection. So like I have a couple things that I hauled for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and then I do have some stuff that I bought at TJ Maxx. So I know that stuff's older, but it is new to me, so it's kind of fun just to get my first impressions of the products. Let's go ahead and put on some makeup. So I am doing my eyes first, so I think I'll go ahead and use a new eye primer. This one is from Pop Beauty's called their Eye Magnet Primer. I totally forgot I had this in my drawer, but this says that it's a water resistant eyeshadow primer, works like a magnet by holding your shadow in place and creates a perfect airbrush canvas and intensifies the color of your eyeshadow. Sounds incredible. So we are going to put a little bit of this on, and it actually is like one of these brush tips, which I was not expecting. Alright, so I'm just actually going to apply this straight to my eyeball and then blend it in with my finger. So this is a little bit darker than my skin, but I feel like this would work for most people. It dries down to a nice finish. So we'll see how this like holds our eyeshadow in place. So for eyeshadow today, I just got this palette in the mail and I'm so excited to just start playing with it. It's called it's from Pure Cosmetics. It's their Love Your Selfie 3 palette. And oh my gosh, it has this super fun confetti. And they made this palette for their birthday. I think it was their 16th birthday possibly. And yeah, it's just super cute, and it has some really great neutral colors in it, which I am loving. This selection just seems like a really nice everyday selection, plus 2 glitters, which look super fun to play with as well. I've tried a couple of the Pure Love Your Selfie palettes in the past, and I really like the formula. They're just like super creamy and blendable, so I think I might really like this one too. So let's go ahead and use this for eyeshadow. As always, I like to start with a base, so I'm just taking a little bit of Affectionate and setting my primer with that. The only downside of this palette so far is that it doesn't have a mirror, and I'm like someone who always does my makeup with my eyeshadow palette mirror, so it's kind of annoying to not have that. But for my crease color, I'm going to take Witty on my crease brush, and we're going to be blending that into the crease. But let me pull up a question real quick from you guys first. We'll go with the first question here while I'm doing this one. So my first question is from the Beauty Tour, and she says, favorite brand or product that nobody ever talks about. So I actually had to think about this one ahead of time because I like didn't want to like be stuck on the spot and be like, oh my gosh, what would I pick? So my favorite product that no one talks about, I would pick brand, but I feel like most brands do get talked about a lot. So my favorite product would be Bare Minerals Bare Pro Foundation. I feel like I'm the only person that talks about this. There might be a couple other people, but I absolutely love this foundation, especially if you guys have like more normal to oily skin. It is incredible. It has amazing coverage, and it just lasts, especially in the summer. I love this stuff when it's really hot out. It stays on my face all day. It's a great liquid foundation from Bare Minerals, so I feel like not many people talk about this, so I did want to mention it. And the next color I'm going to go in with is Reliable right here, and I'm going to place that into my outer corner. I think this one has a little bit of shimmer in it, but I think it'll be fine. And then we'll also blend it up into the crease area ever so slightly. And then while I am working on this, I will answer another question here. We have from cccy._, what's your favorite foundation? So my go-to all-time favorite is Peach Perfect from Too Faced. I always have to have that in my collection, and it is just a really great everyday kind of foundation. I use it when I need my makeup to be flawless. I use it when I just want like a medium coverage. There's like so much I can do with it. It's just my go-to every day. It's really nice if you guys once again have like combination skin or oily skin. I know some people that have dry skin don't really like that one since it is geared for more oily skin types. It just stays on all day, which is incredible. It's not like too full coverage where you're going to be looking cakey, but it has like a medium buildable kind of coverage. And I feel like they have a really nice shade selection in that line, and that's just always my go-to. So I pretty much use it for everything. If I need more coverage, I can always mix it with other foundations, but that is like a tried and true favorite for me. Next, I'm going to deepen my outer corner even more with Adventurous. It almost has like a burgundy tint to it, so it's a very warm dark brown. And we are going to place this in our outer corner. I noticed with like these type of videos, a lot of people don't like to watch them or just like don't click on them, which is kind of sad because I feel like to get views these days you have to have drama. And I don't know, I just don't know how I can make these like more entertaining for you guys, like what you guys would like to see, just so, because like sometimes I can do these videos and they'll get like maybe 800, 900 views, and a lot of you guys are really nice and like seem to comment on it and seem like you enjoy them, but then like no one watches them, like, and then my unboxings, those will get like 10,000 views, so it like doesn't make sense to me. I don't know if I'm like boring or if you guys just don't like to see like trying out makeup or what. I know I kind of base my channel off of unboxing videos, but I don't know, I still love a good get ready with me type of video, but maybe you guys are over it. I don't know. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions, if I can make these more entertaining, or tell me why you tend to not click on these type of videos, or like what your preferences are. I feel like I have a weird dark spot over here. Next up, I'm going to do a little bit of Passionate, this shade here, and that's going to be our base because I will go ahead and use one of the glitters in this palette. So we want to do a little bit of Passionate. If you guys have not tried Pure Shadows, they're honestly really good and just like soft, easy to blend kind of shades. That's another brand I feel like doesn't get actually enough recognition. Like my first question said, is Pure. There's so many products from them that I absolutely love. Okay, so next I want to take this glitter. I guess I'm going to use my finger because I'm not sure the best way to do this. These are almost like a gel, which is kind of crazy. Let's do this here. Oh, okay. That's pretty. Do we think this will stick? This kind of reminds me of the Too Faced Pretty Rich glitters, but with a little bit more gel to them. Like, they're not as dry, so that they're easy to apply with a finger. But I am getting a little bit of fallout. So I'm just going back in with a deep outer corner color and just blending that kind of together so there's not like a super harsh line where our glitter ends. So I'm going in with a little bit of eyeliner. I'm just using this Urban Decay liner in Love Drug. It's like a purple. And I'm going to line my upper and lower lash line. Oh my gosh, I have glitter all over my face, but I do like this palette. I'm just an idiot for not using a glitter glue with that. I thought it would be fine, but you'll definitely have some fault if you don't use one. So I'm also going to smoke out my lower lash line too. I'm going to be taking Reliable and smoking that out. So I do apologize if I have glitter on my face this whole video. So that is the Pure Love Yourself E3 palette. So far, I like the mattes in here. I think they blend really well. I think these glitters can be fun if I actually apply them correctly. So far, I do like it, and I like the color selection in here. Okay, next, I'm going to take some primer. I'm using the Origins Original Skin Pore Perfecting Cooling Primer with Willow Herb. I can't remember if I used this in my last video, but this one is one of the items that Leora suggested that I pick up. And it's so fun. It comes out like a mousse, and then it's very cooling, which is so nice. I feel like this is going to be amazing for the summertime, but I mean, my pores can definitely always use a little help. So we're going to just put this all over. It has a really nice, like, relaxing scent, and it just feels all around good on the skin, just like very lightweight and cooling. I'm really glad she recommended that for me. And then for foundation, I do have a new one. This one is from Makeup Revolution. I almost said Makeup Forever. The Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. I have two shades. I'm not sure which one's going to match. But I just got this during the Ulta Cyber Monday sale. So I have not tried this yet, and I am very excited to. It looks a lot like the Tarte Shape Tape Foundation in my opinion. And I've heard very mixed reviews on this one. So I am just going to apply this like we're putting on our war paint, and blend it out with my foundation brush. This is how I always apply my Tarte foundation too, which is probably not the most accurate way, but oh well. And then we'll blend this in. While I'm doing this, I'm going to read a question. It says, I love your makeup reviews, but would you ever consider also doing skincare routine videos? I've done a couple, but I just feel like I really stick to the same skincare products, and I feel like you need to stick to similar ones to get an effective result. So I mostly do my skincare stuff on Instagram. Like, I'll do like 1-minute videos with it, but I can definitely do one for YouTube as well. So as I'm applying this foundation, it seems very dry. That is the first thing I noticed, which could be good for oily skin, but like this even seems dry for me. And it's going on a little patchy. And right away I could see it sinking into my fine lines, and my pores are showing still. But anyways, as far as skincare routine stuff goes, I definitely want to do them. I don't know, I want to find a way that I can make it fun and entertaining for you guys, so it's not like boring. I don't know if you guys want like a demonstration, or if you just want me to go through like my favorite skincare products as of lately. I think I'm going to be doing, I probably will be doing a best of beauty skincare as well at the end of the year, so definitely look out for that, because that will be like just all the products I've been loving throughout the entire year and that I've pretty much used the entire year. I don't know, you guys, I don't know if I like it. Let me put on some concealer. Maybe that will help us a little bit. I'm using this brand new one. I have not tried this out, from Jouer. Their Essential High Coverage Liquid Concealer in Custard, which this shade might be dark, but we're going to try and make it work. Hopefully it's not too dark. We're just going to blend that out a little bit. I guess the color's not horrible, but it's definitely, I usually like my concealer to be a little bit lighter than my foundation, and I feel like these are almost the same shade. So I just like a little bit of a more brightening effect. I don't know if I'm just having a weird off makeup day, or if I just don't like these products, but I feel like my last video went so well, and now this one, I feel like I'm not liking stuff. This just feels really sticky. You guys can see all my lines. Ugh, I don't know. That doesn't usually happen right away. Let's try and see. Let's set it with some powder and see how that goes. Alright, so I'm just using my favorite powder, Peach Perfect. I don't have any new ones, so at least with this powder, it's not going to affect my foundation and concealer, because I already know I like this stuff. So I'm just going to take a little bit on my Wayne Goss brush and apply underneath the eyes. I feel like maybe I would like this concealer more for like blemishes, but that would be like a huge bottle just for that. It looks a little bit better once I add powder, but I just feel like that's dry, you know? It's not like doing anything for me. It's just, I feel like making things look a little bit worse. Okay, let's move on. I'll do some mascara next, and I feel like we should ask another question here. Let's see, when did you start using makeup? So I think 8th grade is when I started, but I hardly wore anything. Like, I did like the same makeup routine every day from like 8th grade until I graduated high school and then started college. So I'll tell you guys my high school routine. It's pretty hilarious. But while I'm telling you guys about this, I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to be using for my brows. It is the Brow Gel Pencil from Kevyn Aucoin in Sheer Brunette. What? Yeah, my packaging says Sheer Ash Blonde, but then my pencil says Sheer Brunette. Let's try this, and hopefully it's not going to be too dark. I remember I swatched this on my hand though, and it was like the correct shade, so I'm not sure what's going on there, but I'm going to use this for my brows today. I think it's fine. It's a little bit dark, but I did put some lowlights in my hair yesterday. It's mostly underneath though, so you probably can't tell. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yes, I'm gonna go through my high school routine. I feel like not many people at my school wore makeup, but I did. Like every day I had to have my makeup on. I wore foundation, was like essential. I wore the Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse foundation. I wore that all through high school, and I would just like cake that stuff on, but luckily I didn't need powder or anything because it kind of setted to a powder, and it was just like my all-time favorite. I'll have to see if they still have that, because that would be a fun like throwback to try my high school routine again. And then I would take eyeliner and rim like the top of my eyes and then go halfway on the bottom. I still do that today. And then I would take my eyeshadow and put it over my eyeliner because I didn't want my eyeliner to be too dark on top. So I use one single shadow. I use like a bronze shade pretty much. I think I use like a Maybelline palette, like a brown one. And I put that over my eyeliner and all over my eyeball. Just one shade. I never use blush, bronzer, highlighter, any of that stuff. And no lip product either. So basically, and then I did use mascara, which I'm pretty sure I used the Maybelline Great Lash Mascara, that pink and green bottle, which is like iconic. But I'm pretty sure that's what I used. So it's very simple. That was my routine, but I like always had to have foundation on whenever I was going somewhere. I would never feel comfortable like with just my bare face, which is weird to me because like now I love being barefaced. I love to wear no makeup sometimes. But yeah, my high school makeup was definitely scary. And I hated lip product. Like sometimes if I was feeling extra special, I would put on like a sheer gloss, but yeah, I did not like how lip product felt on my lips. So that's what I did. I would just be one pale foundation shade, mascara, a little eyeliner, and one color of eyeshadow. So that was like my go-to look. I'm trying to like put this brow product on. I feel like it's a little sheer, which isn't bad. It's definitely strange. It's like a weird jelly pencil texture. It's adding a little bit of color, but not a ton. It's just like, it glides on really easily though, so if you guys don't like how like tough the ABH brow pencil is, or like the Benefit Precisely My Brow, you guys might like this because it does really feel like a gel. I don't know. I'm not sure I like that. It's very interesting, very natural looking, very ash toned, but I don't know, you guys. I'm failing at everything today. What is going on? I'm going to put on some mascara. This is the Nourishing Mascara. Volumizing waterproof mascara with almond oil and camellia oil. This one is from Butanique Beauty, which I've gotten a couple things from them in Ipsy bags, but I love the packaging of this mascara though. It's so cute. And while we're applying this, we're going to answer another question. And it says, favorite animal. Now this one I feel like is a hard question. I have changed my favorite animal so many times in my life. I know in high school I was obsessed with seals. I know that's really random, but like baby seals especially, they're so cute when they're little babies. Like look up a baby harp seal. It is the cutest thing you will ever see. It's like when they're like babies, they're like super cute and furry and white, the harp seals are. And so I loved seals for a very long time, but I would say like, I don't know, I don't really have like a favorite animal right now besides like my cat. So I would say like my favorite house animal is a cat. I've applied a few layers of this mascara to kind of build it up a little bit. I would say it's not like my favorite mascara ever, but it's okay. It's not like clumpy or messy or anything, which is nice. It kind of reminds me of the Wander Beauty mascara. This one is like, it feels like you can definitely feel like there's oil in here, like it's more of a moisturizing kind of formula, which can be good as well. But we are just going to build these up. They do look pretty natural, so if you guys are into that, maybe you would like this if you don't like stuff that looks clumpy. Okay, lashes are done. Let's do some bronzer. We are going to be using this Pixie bronzer, which I'm kind of nervous about. This is their multi-balm sheer sculpt 2-in-1 in the shade, I don't even know the shade, I think it's just called sheer sculpt, and it's a cream bronzer. And if you guys watch me, you guys know I don't do a ton of cream products, but we're gonna try it today and just have fun, you know, because it's all about experimenting. So while I'm doing this, I'll pull up another question here. The next question is, where do you see yourself in 3 years? That's from Mackenzie. I feel like I've kind of done a lot of big changes recently, so I would kind of like things to stay kind of how they are. Maybe I would love my YouTube channel to grow a little bit more. Honestly, I would love to do YouTube as like my main job, because that would be incredible, because I have such a huge passion for YouTube. And sometimes it's so hard, like even trying to do Vlogmas this month and trying to upload every day when I already work full-time is so hard. I think that would be the greatest job ever, but it's just scary because I don't know where YouTube is going, it's not exactly like the most safe thing to do. And I just bought a house this year, so it's like I have a mortgage payment now, I have other things I need to worry about, so I have to have something that's stable as well. But if my YouTube ever did grow like insanely and I was getting a lot more views and maybe a couple more sponsorships, then I might be able to do it, but at this point I just can't. I would love to, but it's just too risky for me right now. So I'm just happy where I am. So I just don't know, in 3 years I hope I'm still just as happy as I am right now. So that's the bronzer. I feel like it stuck really natural. It didn't really do a whole lot. Maybe I blended it out too much, but I guess we could try to build this up a little too, because it's kind of just like really light. I know a lot of people use the creams as a base and then they add like a powder over top, but I kind of just want to use this and see how it goes. I added a lot more product here, see if we can kind of build it up. Next question, what's your favorite app? Oh my gosh, I'd have to say my favorite apps right now is obviously Instagram. I use Instagram all the time for my Instagram stories and all that kind of stuff, so I'm definitely on Instagram a lot. My second favorite app, if I'm going like game-wise, like what I love is Pokemon Go, which if you guys didn't know about me, I'm like a total Pokemon nerd. I just love that game. I love playing Pokemon Go, and I feel like I'm pretty good. So if you guys have Pokemon Go, I'll add my trainer code. You guys can add me, we can be friends, but I'm on that almost every day as well because it's just fun. Like, I do it a lot in spring and summer because then like when it's warm out I like to go walk around. They have these fun community day events which I always go to. So yeah, I like Pokemon. I love the app and it's really fun. It's a really fun game even if you guys don't like Pokemon. It just gets you active and there's always something new in the game, so I really like that. Another question is, what inspired you to start a YouTube channel? Before I answer that question, it's so hard to do both these at the same time, but I feel like this bronzer looks pretty nice. It's very natural, but I like it. It just adds a little extra something. I feel like that might be my favorite cream bronzer that I've tried, so that's exciting. For blush, we're going to be using this blush palette from Morphe. I just got this in the mail. I'm so excited. I've never tried their blushes before. This is the Cool Pro 8C palette, and these are just like speaking to me. These are definitely my colors. There's some beautiful pinks in here, and I'm going to use my new Marc Jacobs blush brush. Oh my gosh, that is like a tongue twister that I just got at TJ Maxx for like $12. It was incredible. So we are going to apply that. So I'm going to be going in with, I think I'm going to use Free over here. It might be a little bit dark, but I think it could be cute. But back to the question, I would say when I was in cosmetology school for college, I did move away, so I was living with a few other girls, and I honestly didn't have like hardly any friends. I felt so lonely. I was still dating my husband at the time, but he still lived like an hour away, so we didn't really get to hang out as much. So oftentimes at night I would be just by myself in my room, like with nothing to do. So I would watch a lot of YouTube videos and look up stuff. I was on Tumblr a lot as well. And I was just going through a really rough, hard time in my life, just like really depressed because I have social anxiety and I just hate it that like I want to be around people, but it's just so hard for me to like make friends with people, and I just feel constantly self-conscious the whole time. And like my roommates didn't include me in hardly anything, or they had a couple times, but honestly they didn't really like me, so they probably just thought it was weird because I would just hang out in my room all the time. And it's just because I'm not social and I'm not like a huge talker, so I just kind of felt like they didn't like me, and I'd just always be alone in my room, and they'd always be doing stuff on the weekends, whatever. So I'd always be looking up YouTube stuff, and eventually I stumbled upon, I think Juicy Star 07 was like the first beauty vlogger. I started watching her videos on like, I think it was like how to scrunch your hair, what product she likes to use, and I was like, oh, this is so fun. So then I started watching a couple more. So then I was like, this is cool. I should like do this myself. So then I would like, I think the first thing I did, I like went to my beauty supply store and bought a bunch of OPI nail polish, and I did a nail polish haul because I was like really obsessed with nail polish at the time for some reason. I have weird obsessions like that, and so I wanted to film a nail polish haul, so I did. Uploaded it, and I don't know, that's just how it came to be, and that's like how I got my start, was basically watching Juicy Star 07. And then I started getting into MAC and watching a bunch of MAC hauls, and I would buy MAC stuff, and I thought it was the greatest thing. And yeah, that's basically it. That's how it went. I was just by myself, alone, and needed a hobby, honestly, to keep me busy and to help me not feel like I hated my life. Tierney asked what do I do in my free time besides makeup. Usually my free time is all YouTube stuff since I do work full time, so this is kind of like my hobby and what I do. Otherwise, if I'm not, I love to hang out with my husband. We love to go out to dinner, go shopping, stuff like that, just hang out, watch a movie, watch TV shows, basically spend as much time as we can together. And yeah, I love going out to eat. I love traveling. I wish I could do a little more of that. My husband doesn't love traveling as much as I do, so I always try to go on little trips here and there, either with friends or stuff like that. So those are kind of a couple other things that I like. I feel like this video is going to be so long. This blush is so pretty though. I love this pink. I did put a little much on, so we are going to blend it out with some powder and kind of just set my face with the Peach Perfect. But this is a really pretty, like, I love cool tone pink blushes, and it went on really nicely with that blush brush from Marc Jacobs, and I really like this blush. So I feel like this might be the best product from this video, the blush palette, for sure. We're almost done here. I'm going to apply some highlighter. I have a new one from Stila. This is the Kitten highlighter. I just got this at TJ Maxx. Something just fell off of it, but this is going to be like really glittery, but I'm kind of excited. I'm kind of nervous to put this on, but we're just going to apply a little bit like so and blend it out with our finger. Oh my gosh, this is like insane. Insane glitter. Am I doing this right? Is this really how it's supposed to look? This is so glittery. It's like pure glitter. I'm gonna try and blend that out a little bit because that is crazy. I mean, I like it, but I feel like this would be a little intense for like every day. Like this would be something I would use when filming, but like that is pure glitter. Oh my. I just have to put lip product on, but I have to finish all these questions. I have so many to finish. We have, how would you recommend someone new to start to try to make makeup videos for YouTube? I would say just do it. Like just practice filming, pretend you're doing a haul, maybe grab a few of your favorite products, pretend you're talking about your favorite products, stuff like that. You could do it on your phone if you guys want to practice. I don't think I practiced. I think I just did it and just uploaded it and it was good, but you could totally like practice on your phone, watch it back. I recommend if you guys have any sort of Mac, or I think on your phone even, there is iMovie. That's the first thing I used when I started editing, just to cut out weird things I say or awkward pauses, stuff like that. But you can do it that way. Or I know a popular camera that a lot of people get is the Sony a5100, but that's still a little bit pricey, so I feel like you could practice on your camera first, see how you like it. If you guys do have an iPhone, I know they have really good cameras on them, so I would recommend that. And then, you know, just go for it. Just upload. Make sure you have good lighting. If you guys are new and don't want to buy money on, like, spend money on lights, I would try to film in the daytime when the sun's out, so then you could get the best natural lighting, and try to like film right in front of a window. Like let's say if you're doing your phone, just like be right in front of the window with your phone and you'll get the best lighting, because you want your lighting to be good. Then we have another question. What's your favorite song? My favorite song at the moment is actually by Ellie Goulding. Let me find it. Okay, Close to Me by Ellie Goulding. That one is so good. Definitely recommend checking it out. You guys might have already heard it, but it's incredible. How long have you been doing YouTube and what inspired you to do it? That's kind of what I talked about earlier. I made my first video in 2011, which I don't think those are on. I like one time like deleted all my stuff because I was afraid people would find it, because I was so scared. I didn't want people to like know about it. So I started 2011. I uploaded my first video, but I think I still have one on my channel from 2012, possibly. Or maybe it's 2011. I might still have one from 2011 even. What's your Holy Grail primer and eyeshadow palette? My Holy Grail eye primer is the NARS eyeshadow base, the smudge proof eyeshadow base from them. It is incredible, especially if you have oily eyelids. It is amazing. Also, eyeshadow palette. Oh my gosh, that is so hard. I would have to say my favorite eyeshadow palette is the Peach palette from Too Faced, just because that's the palette I have the most use out of and it's beautiful. I honestly haven't used it currently, but that's one I'll never get rid of. It's like my go-to. I need to pull it out again. And then my favorite palette of like right now is probably the Huda Beauty New Nudes palette. That one is beautiful as well. And then someone asked also, are babies in your future? You seem so kind. I'm sure you'd make an amazing mom. Honestly, they're not right now. Like, I have no interest in kids at the moment. I don't know, maybe in like a few years I'll like think about it again, but at the moment I don't know. I'm enjoying me. I'm enjoying my life with my husband, and my husband, he'll be like, no, I don't want kids at all. But we've both like never really been around little kids, so I think we're just kind of like scared of the idea of it, and it's not even close to on my mind right now, so that's kind of my answer. I think that was my last question. So let's apply some lipstick. I have a couple products here. This is from Guerlain. It's their Kiss Kiss Lip Lift from them, and it's supposed to be a smoothing lipstick primer. I recently got this from Octoly to test out, so I wanted to apply it. It says apply before your lipstick, slightly extending the contour of your lips. Interesting. But the packaging is stunning. Oh my gosh, this is so weird. It looks like I'm putting on concealer. I guess this is supposed to make your lipstick last longer. And then I also have a new lipstick from them to try. This one is their Kiss Kiss Matte Hydrating and Plumping Velvet Matte Lip Color in the shade Caliente Beige. Hopefully this matches the eye look. It might be a little weird with it. This is the packaging. This packaging, it almost feels a little cheap. It looks pretty, but it feels kind of cheap to me. It goes on very smooth, especially with that lip primer on. And that is the color. Very nice. Definitely in like an everyday shade that I would wear. And I think that was the last product. So here is the full look, testing out some new products here. I feel like we definitely had some weird items that I like wasn't so sure of. I was saying like my favorites from this try on was definitely the Pure eyeshadow palette. I feel like that one is very pretty. I also really like the blush from the Morphe palette, so I feel like that one's going to be pretty good. And I do like this lipstick. I'm not sure about the primer. I feel like I don't really need like a lipstick primer in my opinion, but I do like this lipstick shade a lot. That one is really pretty. I'm still unsure about the concealer and foundation. I'm not like obsessed with how it looks. I just feel like it's sinking into my wrinkles really bad, and both of them are like they're a little bit drying. This highlighter, I probably, like I said earlier, I probably would not wear this on like a daily basis because it's literally just straight glitter. I would rather just have like a powder kind of finish. And then what else did we try? I do like the primer, the Origins primer. That one's really good. This brow pencil is definitely weird. I feel like I need something extra. I'm not a huge fan. It's like a weird gel texture, but it's also a pencil. So I don't know how I feel about that. It's not my favorite. So I feel like there's definitely some hits and misses, a lot of misses in this Get Ready With Me, but I feel like the look still kind of came together and still looks pretty good. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you like these kind of question and answer style, or if you guys have any suggestions for my makeup videos. But that is going to be it, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye guys.